Okay, we're with Lane Jensen, and Lane Jensen has had his exclusion thrown out before he even went to TriMet court.
Yep, here's the exclusion.
So let's hear the letter, Lane.
The letter states, and I quote, "Dear Mr. Jensen, upon administrative review of your February 18th, 2013 Notice of Exclusion, and in accordance with TriMet administrative rules, I have determined that the Notice of Exclusion is not filled out in a manner that permits a determination of validity. Therefore, the Notice of Exclusion is withdrawn and void as of the date of this letter. Sincerely, Hannah Turner, TriMet Exclusions Administrator."
Wow, I'm impressed.
Me too.
I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed. That's impressive to see that they actually did that before you got in there. I didn't think they did anything right, but I'm wrong.
They do something right.
Well, they did that right. I mean, geez, I can't even believe that they did that. That's my hat's off to whoever that person is, because it was bogus, and I guess they figured it out fast.
Well, yeah, because A, it was Larry. B, I filed a complaint.
Well, Larry doesn't have anything to do with it. He just was, he abused his authority there.
Well, yeah, of course. That's nothing new with him.
Well, yeah, he does have some control issues, doesn't he?
Man, he has a lot of control issues. I mean, heck, he was only married for 3 months.
Is that true?
That is very
much
true.
Is that true? How do you know that?
I have insider to TriMet.
Confidential information. Okay, don't
he was with the gal that he married less than that.
Really, 3 months. Huh?
He lived in a condominium by himself in Aloha. And he's almost 60 years old.
Well, I live in an apartment, not by myself, but
right.
You live by yourself.
No, I have roommates, but still.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's not condemn him for living alone. But Larry has control issues. We know that about him.
And it's very evident by his lifestyle. His own brother. When his own brother comes into town, he tells the other supervisors and inspectors not to tell Larry that he's in town because he doesn't want to see him.
I've heard that, actually. Now that you mentioned that, I've actually heard that. I remember hearing that somewhere. That's kind of shocking, isn't it? That's weird.
That is very weird.
Yeah,
I agree.
He's a little bit too. I don't understand. I never did quite understand Larry. The first thing I wrote a story about him before the blog, before I even had a blog. I watched him before I even knew him. I watched him on the Max working once, and it was so incredible that I wrote a short story about it and I sent it in, and he got called into the office over that story.
You're kidding?
Yeah, this was years and years ago. I used to write short stories before I had the blog.
Oh, wow.
Before video, I would write stories about my experiences. And anyway, he was...
Oh, nice. Well, I also received a couple other pieces of information, too. One being that...
Yeah.
This is the new mobile ticketing app.
That's a great thing.
Now, this will be on my blog, again, Portland Transit Lane. But, I've already scanned it in. It is already up on my blog as of right now.
Okay.
But, basically, listen to this. This is one of the security features here. It says, flashing expiration for the first 4 minutes after a ticket has been activated indicates that someone on a train may have waited to use a ticket until seeing a fare inspector.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
That's interesting.
Yep. Let's see here. An on-demand interactive feature also prevents replicating a ticket by recording the animation. Just ask the customer to tap the window to turn on the lights inside the bus. This is literally high-tech security here. They're trying to prevent people from copying tickets.
Yeah. Well, I know I've read that they can actually they can somehow break into those and get tickets without paying. I remember reading it in one of the transit news articles I read. So,
well,
I think it's a great thing. They need to do something because those ticket machines don't work.
Well, yeah, at least they'd be able to get some money out of people.
Well, they'll be able to buy the ticket. I mean, Jesus.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, and here's the best part too. Okay, here's the best part. I also received the newest Express line from February 1st. Okay.
Okay, that's
an employee
thing, yeah.
I have my contacts.
Yes.
Now, remember a few weeks ago I kept posting pictures of drivers not wearing their seatbelts?
Yeah, I do remember.
A reminder, buckle up. Seatbelt use is a district safety requirement. Every employee who operates a revenue service bus and every employee who operates or is a passenger in a service vehicle, district-owned automobile, or any other non-revenue vehicle must use a seatbelt. This requirement is unconditional, whether the vehicle is operated on district premises or on public right-of-way. Safety and security must be primary to all decisions and actions. TriMet is committed to providing safe and secure transit to the public and safe working conditions for employees. Help promote safety with your everyday actions.
Yeah, well, seatbelt is a good idea. The problem with the seatbelt is they bind into your body. You know, they get too tight. If they can only figure out a way to make an adjustable seatbelt so you don't have to have it like push against your bladder. I used to have to take a little clip and clip it so that it wouldn't pull on me.
Oh wow!
So that's the reason why a lot of people don't wear it, is because they actually get too tight.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's the problem I always had. Is they tighten up, and you know, if you're sitting in that seat, you don't need anything against your bladder for an hour and a half or however long
you're driving.
Yeah, but I mean, I always wore mine. I wear mine in my car too. It's just a good idea.
Oh, exactly, and I always wear a seatbelt whenever I have the opportunity to wear a seatbelt. I will always wear a seatbelt.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good safety measure.
Yeah,
if you want to live, you want to wear. You know?
Bingo. And right now, well, I will tell you right now, I am working on a blog right now to pretty much reveal all of this information about what's his name, Larry Boltus.
Okay, well, I got no comment about that, but you know, you do your own thing.
Yeah. And I have always done my own thing. Yeah. Ever since I started my own blog, folks, I have always done my own thing on my blog.
Right. He does not report to me, people. He does not ask me for permission. He does not seek my approval. And he doesn't even do what I say most of the time.
Hey,
so don't blame me for him. Huh?
Yeah, didn't you advise me to quiet down? And
I didn't like it that you're out there doing those operators, but you know, you did. I didn't say don't. You know, I understand. I thought you should not take a break for a while, but you seem to be doing all right. I mean,
well, I got the exclusion reversed.
Well, you didn't do anything.
Exactly.
All you did was file an appeal. I'm glad to see that. That gives me hope for like justice or something. I can't even believe it. You know, it really.
Hope for the TriMet race.
Yeah, I mean, it's like wow. It's the first time I've seen anything like actually go the way it should go. I mean, everything that we do, I never win any battles with anything when it comes to TriMet. I mean, you know, they'll just let me lose just to prove that I have to lose, you know. Mm-hmm. So I'm surprised that they actually did the right thing here.
And then they let me win.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
Me too.
Just based on your letter, I guess.
I wonder, honestly.
Well, yeah, it must have been, because you know you submitted your facts and.
Oh yeah.
And the video, he said you couldn't wait for a bus at the train station. That's bullshit.
And then I asked him, show me the sign that says that, and there is no sign.
You can wait for a bus wherever the hell you want, you know. Just come on.
I know.
That was just Larry. Goddamn Larry. Why don't you chill out, dude?
Yeah.
He's not a bad guy, you know. He really isn't. I know him on a personal level when I was his driver. He's really not a bad guy, but he's too gung-ho. He doesn't need to be that gung-ho out there. It's not necessary to be busting people and being rude about it. Jesus.
Well, this is, again, remember, this is Larry we're talking about.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand.
And Larry is one of those people who will always bust whoever he can because he wants to.
Yeah, I know. He's too gung-ho.
He is. I mean, and folks, if you're watching this right now, just so everyone knows, that's Larry right there.
Yeah.
That is Larry Boltus, a.k.a. Big Bird.
Big Bird. Yeah, you can't miss him. He's the tallest fair inspector out there.
Yep, he is. That is Larry right there.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, that's Larry.
And he kind of gives all of them a bad name.
He does.
It's too bad, you know. Because there's some very nice people doing fair inspection. They're not all dicks.
No. I mean, there are great people out there. Like one of them, you know, the gal who was out there that night. I don't know. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But she was really nice.
Yeah, most of the TriMet people are pretty good, but the bad ones really stick out. And
Boo is her name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I know who that is.
And Patrick Odell, he's a rail supervisor. He's a real nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah, most of them are pretty good. You gotta.
And Mohammed, I've never had a problem with Mohammed.
No, he's a nice. Yeah, yeah. I used to like him a lot when I was a driver.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Exactly. And then of course Alan Yeager.
I'm not sure if I remember who he is.
Or Philip.
Oh, you know them all.
Yeah. Well, I've got. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have my contacts.
Yeah. Okay. Good for you.
I was able to get everybody who was there.
Alrighty.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the interview. We wanted to know about that.
Of course.